Hey guys, it's Kayla back with another video.
So my name is Burnham, and I was a YouTuber that became a comedian, and then very recently became a director, and then turned 29, and I've always been tall.
Being yourself can be hard.
Really, what inspired me was, it was in 2006, so no one really even knew what YouTube was at that time. I had some videos that I made that I just wanted to show to my brother who was in college, and people told me there's this site called YouTube where you can post things, which makes me sound incredibly old. It makes me sound like I'm paying a nickel for a hamburger or something, but really 12 years ago it was such a different world. So I didn't really know what I was stumbling into at the time.
You know, a lot of people call me quiet or shy or whatever, but I'm not quiet. By the way, I like it.
I think it's really changed the way all of us live day to day. I mean, even making this film, I was just interested in how social media changed people, and then it just seemed like the most vulnerable people to be changed were young people. But yeah, I mean, making this film, I have had conversations with hundreds of middle schoolers, and it's kind of unimaginably different. And one way is that, when you were young, when I was at least 13, social life's always a bummer, school's always tough, but at least school stayed at school and your social life stayed at school. But now it follows you home, it follows you into bed. You wake up and you look at your social life and it follows you all the way to your in bed at night. And the worst part is that there's a quantifiable number to how liked you are, how popular you are. Before, you could just sense that maybe people didn't like you, and now there's actually a number where you can rank exactly how popular you are in school based on how many people are following you or liking your posts. And that's just brutal. It's just way too much to take, so yeah.
By the way, I like your shirt a lot. It's so cool. What?
I think there's a lot of potentials, not just potentials. I think it has great work that it's already accomplished. I mean, it allows for young people that maybe are feeling lonely, or anyone who's feeling lonely, to connect with other people similar to them. I think it's really good. I think kids expressing themselves is good. I think it's good to express yourself.
Kayla, one more week of 8th grade, huh?
I wasn't very nervous in 8th grade like her. I became nervous sort of later in life. I was sort of a hammy, little bit boisterous, just a boy. I just liked to play sports. I was sort of simple, very simple-minded. Wasn't really thinking about anything. Just running around in cargo shorts and being embarrassing, which I think has changed. At least, I would never wear cargo shorts right now. But I just can't wear shorts in general. Too skinny. Yeah.
I said one more week of 8th grade, right?
Yeah, huh?
We both don't like pool parties. I mean, I did not like pool parties back then. I was annoyed by my parents because they loved me. I was actually annoyed that they loved me. I was desperate for my parents to give me something to rebel against, because I saw all the cool kids in movies had parents that would be you're not going to amount to anything, and they'd slam the door in their face. And my parents would be you can do anything, and I'd be well, now how am I supposed to push back and get better? So yeah, I think we have a lot of similarities. We're also just sad little blue-eyed blondes as well.
I think you're so cool.
Yeah, it's a great question. Instant Messenger was something that was around when I was in middle school. I mean, that isn't technically social media, but I think it is. It's an early form of whatever that was.
Were you using MSN Messenger?
We were in AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh.
And I can't tell you my screen name because it's my bank password. So I'll keep that on the down low. Everyone's oh, kids are so buried in their phone. I was well, I was buried on my Game Boy. So I mean, and other people were buried in their newspapers. I think people haven't been wanting to look up at the sun for a while. I'm sure cavemen were staring at their stone tablets instead of talking to their
So just
wife.
The platform is changing over time, but everyone's doing the same thing.
I feel so. I feel people are more similar than we think because everything's changing so rapidly. All we emphasize is the difference, and we don't realize that I think certain things are, don't change.
I'm really nervous all the time. I try really hard not to feel that way.
I don't know. I mean, I would just, part of this movie was just trying to listen to them and give them a platform to sort of express themselves honestly or try to honestly represent them. But my advice is like much more simple. I think they're given really heady, deep advice all the time, and what they really need to do is just like drink more water and like go outside and run around a little bit. Just like get in your body and drink some more water, and that'll probably solve most of your problems.
I'm really like nervous all the time. I try really hard not to feel that way, but you just need to face fears and, you know, people know the real.
Ooh, I'm alive, it's awesome. I mean, just that's already thrilling. I don't know.
Can you help me burn
I
some?
don't know. I mean, all I know is that when I'm 39, I will not want to take advice from a 29-year-old.